Welcome to Simple Art at Home with me, Laura Houston. Today we are going to be drawing our own version of a German Nutcracker doll. So before we start on our project, let's learn a little bit more about what a Nutcracker doll is. So what are German Nutcrackers? So they've been around since the late 17th century Germany, about the 1680s. And they were originally given as gifts around Christmas time, and they were protectors of the house. They were usually toy soldiers, and they were made of wood. And originally, they really did crack walnuts or almonds. You can see, if you look closely on this picture, their mouths open and close so that you could put a nut inside, and there's a handle on the back that you would open and shut or lift up and down to actually crack a walnut or an almond. But today, most of the nutcrackers that you see sold in stores are strictly ornamental, meaning they are not functional. So again, if you look at this nutcracker right here, you can see right where his teeth are, they would open and close, and there's a handle on the back. So for today's project, you're going to need 2 pieces of white paper and some sort of tape or glue to connect those 2 pieces of paper. You're going to want crayons, because I'll be demonstrating with crayons today, pencil, and maybe a pen for outlining with. So I will meet you at the art table. Okay, so to get started, again, you're going to want crayons, and I'm just going to set these aside for now. And scissors, because we're going to cut out our drawing of the Nutcracker, so that you might want to hang him up on your walls at home for a decoration for the holiday season. So I recommend that you either use tape or a glue stick, because we're going to want to connect 2 pieces of paper end to end. So because we want our Nutcracker, he's going to be tall and skinny, as that's how they are as little statues. So I put some glue just all along the end of the paper, and I'm just going to lay my other piece of paper right on top of it, so that I will have one long piece of paper. And remember, you can pause this video at any time. So as you can see, there's the top, and I'm moving it up, and there's the bottom. So again, if you need to pause the video, you can do that. Okay, so now that we have our long paper connected, we're going to want to draw a halfway mark. So for example, let me just show you the top piece. I think you can see this. There's where the bottom, where it's connected. Draw a halfway line right here, because that's going to help us kind of get an idea of where to draw parts of the Nutcracker doll. And then again, down here on this bottom part, cut this part in half visually. I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of estimating, and you'll do a line there. So you have this paper cut in half, not cut in half, but just draw a line to show a halfway point, and then another half here. Okay, and now we can start to draw. So right at the center where the 2 papers connect, we're just going to start with the belt. And again, the Nutcrackers are long and skinny, so we're going to have a belt. Just kind of sketch first, and then I'll go over this with black pen or black crayon to show you, so that you can see it a little bit better. But just somewhere about here, we're going to have a belt. That's right in the middle. And again, what we can do is, we're just sketching with pencil. You're going to want a buckle on the belt. So draw a larger rectangle in the middle. And we can do some erasing. Let's see. So I'm just kind of drawing a buckle. And why don't I go over this right now so that you can see it very clearly. I'll go over it with a black pen. So we're starting right in the middle. This is because most nutcrackers wear a black belt and they have a golden or like a brass buckle. Okay, so there's kind of the middle, and I'm trying to balance out both sides. It's not perfect, but it's okay. So they wear like a long soldier coat with some like soldier pants, like tight pants. So we're gonna just draw like a line here. See, it's above my halfway line, and it's kind of like, this is the bottom part of the coat here. Okay, and then from here, we're going to draw some legs that are going to, so I'll just put my paper here so you can see the bottom portion. This is where like the tops of the boots are going to fall. So we're gonna have some legs, so come inside here a little bit. So about here, and we'll leave a space in between the legs. So again, here, you might want to wait until I finish my sketch so you can see what's happening here. So I'm just kind of taking it straight, these legs straight down, but I'm going to show you there's going to be like a boot. But first I just have to sketch to kind of get my bearings of where everything's going to go. Okay, and then about like right, this was that line that we drew that cut the paper in half. This is where we're going to draw like the top of the boot here. And again, we'll do the same thing over here. So those lines that we drew ahead of time were just guidelines. Okay, I'll get my black pen because I know it's hard for you to see. So I'm going to start with the boots. So I'm just going to do a curve here. I'm going to bring it down. And I'm just going to kind of do a suggestion of a shoe. And remember, these dolls were made out of wood. And so what we're drawing, it's kind of like mimicking the wooden statue of the doll. Something like this. And then I'm going to bring the rest of the leg up, like to here. I'm just going to come right on the inside of the boot, like that. And we'll do the same thing here. And I notice some of the nutcrackers have like a sock or something that comes right here, so we can show that. And then let's draw the bottom of the coat here. So kind of curve. See, notice the curve here? And then we'll just connect it straight across. And if you want to use a pencil still for this or a black pen, that's fine. Okay, so that's what the bottom portion of our nutcracker looks like. And if you need to pause the video right here to catch up with me, you can. But I am going to now slide this down and draw the top half so you can see what's going on up here. Okay, so we have our halfway line here, and that's where we're dividing like the head up here, the head and the crown, or the head and like the soldier's hat, and then the torso up here. Okay, so this line right here separates the head from the torso. So I'm going to start by, they have a wide head with no neck. So I'm just going to kind of sketch a head here. And there's going to be a crown that sits on top. So the crown, or like the soldier's hat, will come out like this. And then there's like a curve at the top and little up and down V's here. You can do that. You can end, let's see, I wanted that to end properly, so let me fix that. Let's see, I want it to end like this. So maybe I'll just bring this like that. Okay. And we still have something like this up above. Okay. All right. And their hair is wild. We'll do that. We'll do that last. I just wanted to get the placement of the head up here, and then we're also going to draw like his body. So the body will come in like this. Just remember, these are wooden, very like simple wooden, tall and narrow figures. So it's just kind of shaped like this. And then you're going to draw like straight out from here, like draw a curve. This will be the top of his arm. Like the arms were attached with little pegs. So this is going to be the top of the arm up here. And then down here, you're going to draw, these will be the little wooden hands. So if you draw 2 circles here and kind of like a triangle shape here, those are like the gloves that the soldier might wear. And then we want to connect it up here. And these will be straight. So we want to draw some straight arms going down. And again, I'll go over this with black pen. Okay. And we're going to have to draw a peg right here that connects. This is called like the arm peg. So if these were wooden, built from wood, they would have been thick like that. Okay, so I'll come back to this with pen in a little bit. I was just trying to get the placement of everything. Again, look how tall and skinny this is going to be. Okay, so as far as his head goes, Nutcrackers had wild hair. You can draw the hair however you want. Like I've seen it coming out like this. The hair is usually white. I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm going to have hair that comes like this. And it's usually white with a white beard and white eyebrows. The most important part is the mouth. So let's start with the mouth. We're going to draw a big, kind of like a big rectangle right here. And our Nutcracker's mouth is going to be open. So we're going to show teeth here. If you want to draw a tongue, you can, but you don't have to. You can kind of just show that. And then we're going to have a beard come down. So usually there's like a beard. They almost always have a beard, and that's going to be white. And again, for his face, let's draw a strange, these are going to be simplified because they're made of wood, like a rectangle for a nose. And let's leave room for eyebrows and a mustache. Let's put an eye here and an eye here. And we can kind of put like a little curve. And we for sure need a big mustache. And what you could do is kind of make it almost like a little drop of water, but have it tilt up. And then eyebrows. And for the eyebrows, we can just do something like this. Okay, I'll go in now and show more details. Before, let's do this. He needs to have some sort of some brass buttons. I'm going to erase that line that's going through his beard, but I just wanted to get it straight. Something like that. Maybe here. Okay, let me erase that line. We're going to add details to his the rest of his outfit as well, and his crown. For now, though, I have in the main features. Why don't I outline with pen so that you can see this better? Okay, so I will start with the sides of his head. And then he's got this hair. Now you can decide, you might want to look up on the internet like the different Nutcracker dolls and what their hair look like. Because if you want to make it, go out on the sides, you can. Okay, and we have these pegs coming out here. And why don't we finish his crown or his soldier hat? And it's going to look like this. It comes up. And again, it goes across the top, something like this. And we're gonna, if you wanna hang yours up, you're gonna wanna put a pin up there. We can color in his eyes. I'm gonna leave my Nutcracker's eyes black. And his mustache will be white. Oh, his mustache, I'm gonna make it black. You can decide if you wanna make it white or black. I think it looks more traditional. The German dolls usually had black mustaches. The rest I'll color in with crayons, like all the crown and everything, but we can still outline his nose. Here's some eyebrows. And again, you can pause the video if I'm, moving too fast. You can decorate the crown any way that you want to. Maybe like this. Sometimes I've seen Nutcracker crowns that have like a little design like this. Let's draw his mouth, and we're gonna, it looks odd, but it's supposed to look odd because this is how he will be recognizable as a Nutcracker. And if you want to draw a little tongue in there, you can kind of show something like that. And I'm going to make the background black in here because this is like it's like a dark, empty opening. And if you want to make something kind of like fade away, like it looks like a hole, like a cave or something, just color it in black. There. Okay. So here we have, let's make his beard. And the beard will be white with his hair. And then I'm just going to draw some circles here. And again, you can decorate his soldier's outfit any way that you want to. Just going to kind of connect this. I'm making it look like it's going behind his beard. This is symmetrical, isn't it? Meaning it's the same on one side as the other. And okay, so as far as his arms go, I can see this one's tilted a little bit, but I think that's okay. It kind of gives him character. I could make it, straighten it out, but I'm just going to keep it the way that I drew it. It's totally fine. You can make little changes to your Nutcracker. If you want to make the gloves longer, you could make the gloves longer. And I'm just going to do a circle because this is traditional. Like they would have like a wooden ball at the end. Very simple features. But they were usually painted with very bright colors. I'm going to decorate mine with more of like a Christmas theme because they generally were Christmas gifts. But you can decorate your Nutcracker with any colors that you want to. You don't have to do like soldier themes. You should draw this line here because it shows the connection, the difference between the head. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I start coloring, I want to give you the big view. So I'm going to go stand at the easel. I'm bringing this with me because I want you to be able to see the grand view of this guy. Okay, so I'm going to cover my face here. Oh, I wonder will he fit up here on the easel? Yeah. Okay, so this is what he looks like. Notice I took up the whole paper from the head to the body and to the boots, okay? So now I'm going to color him in, and you can color him however you want to, but I will demonstrate some holiday colors. And then I want to cut him out so that we can hang him up and use him as a decoration around the house. You could even make a few of these because they didn't take that long. I will meet you back at the art table. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to erase some of my pencil lines here. I don't know if they're going to show through or not, but I always sketch with pencil first. I know it's hard for you because you can't see when I sketch with pencil, but I really, like most artists do that to kind of get their bearings of where things will be, especially if we're lining something up like this. Okay, I want to show you these cool crayons that I got. They're called Colors of the World, and they were still inexpensive. I think they were like $2 or less, and they're skin colors, like all different kinds of skin colors that the normal box of crayons don't have. So I recommend these. But that's where I got this one. I'm going to use this color for his face. But again, you can use any color that you want on your Nutcracker. Any color. It doesn't have to be traditional. That's the good thing about art, is when you create art, it can be anything that you want it to be. So I just want to remind you, okay, where else are we using the same color? I'm going to use the same color on his hands down here. These, okay. Actually though, I don't know if I should have done that, because if these are gloves, this might not be the same color. I might change my mind about that, but now I'm wondering, I want to look at I might go back and look at a picture. Again, we can do this any way we want to. His face. So let's see, let's choose, I'm going to color his tongue red. I'm going to leave his teeth white. His hair will be white. I'm going to make his nose kind of like an orange color. His beard will be white. The crown part here will be yellow. And I'm just kind of coloring quickly because I don't want this show to take forever, because you all know how to color. But I just want to show you an example of what a finished product might look like. So if this part is yellow, then I'm going to use blue to decorate here. And you can add any kind of decorations that you want to. And I'm also going to use red. So my main colors are going to be red, blue, green, and yellow. Like I said, I'm kind of sticking to traditional holiday colors, since these German Nutcracker dolls were given as gifts to be like protectors of the home during Christmas time. This part I'm keeping white. As far as his soldier jacket goes, I'm going to color this red. And, you know, if you have paints at home, if you want to paint your Nutcracker doll, or if you have colored pencils, that works too. Oil pastels. There we go. I think it's fun, like if you consider, you know, gluing paper together to make really large pieces of art. We don't always do that, but it can be fun. Okay, so like this kind of just gives you the idea. And I'm going to color like the arm pegs the same. And I'm going to do the same with his sleeves. They will be red, but I'm going to make his gloves green. Okay. Okay, and maybe Mr. Houston had the idea that maybe these aren't gloves. Maybe these are just cuffs on the end of the sleeve. You know how your sleeve has cuffs at the bottom? So if the sleeves are cuffs, then the hands would come out. Even so, I'm going to put green cuffs, because he's definitely a holiday German Nutcracker. I thought I had one to show you, but I couldn't find it. I haven't taken out my Christmas decorations yet. But you might have one at home, or you may have seen these in stores. Okay. Yeah, now his outfit is, now you kind of start to understand what his outfit is, and I'm just coloring right over the part that I glued. It's okay. His belt will be black. Let me finish the bottom part of his coat. His boots I'm going to paint black. He's almost like a Santa colored Nutcracker. If you want to color yours purple, you can color it purple. You can give him pink hair. I'm kind of just sticking with the traditional German folk doll. Not folklore, it's a German folk doll. There's a famous ballet called the Nutcracker, and it's all about a Nutcracker doll that's given as a gift that comes to life. Well, and it's not a scary, it's more of like somebody's dreaming. The ballerina is dreaming, and she dreams that her Nutcracker doll comes to life. Okay, and we can use black for the belt. And then we'll color the inside right here black. See how we do that? And then the buckle can be like a golden color. Sometimes belt buckles are like a brass or a golden. And I'm going to do the same thing with these up here. These could be brass buttons on the soldier's outfit. And I'm going to incorporate blue because I'm going to make his pants blue. And then there's some blue accents up here, so I'm gonna make this blue just to like I'm using, like I said, 4 main colors: yellow, green, blue, and red. I don't want to add too many. Okay, so now you can see his outfit. Okay, and then I'm gonna, like I said, his pants will be blue, like a And this is a traditional Nutcracker doll color pattern with the blue soldier pants. And I'll put, I think these are like some tall socks. Since I don't want to add too many new colors, I might either pull in some red or green for those socks. I'm trying to keep the color palette simple because they were very simple dolls. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of green, so I'm going to use green here. And then his boots will be black. So, before I do that, I'm going to draw a pattern on his boots. So sometimes you see boots drawn like this, and they have like, it's the idea that they're little laces. My pen is dying out. Let me get another one. I'm almost done. So that part, I'll color these maybe yellow here. Kind of like symbolic of laces, and it adds a design. Oh, I forgot to do, darn it, I forgot to decorate this part of his jacket, which you don't have to. But if you want to, I was going to do something like this. Like, I forgot. That's okay. You can add any decorations that you want. I was going to add that in and then like maybe some more patterns. I don't know if the black pen will show up. But think about how you might want to add some decoration to this. Like you can draw more circles or patterns. That makes it look a little more interesting there. It breaks up that solid area. Okay. There. Okay, and then as far as the boots go, I'm going to color all this black. And I hope you take more time. I'm just coloring it quickly to give you an idea. I'm not doing my best coloring right now. But definitely, like, usually the boots are brown or black on this Nutcracker soldiers. There we go. Okay. And you may want to use a different color, but for hair. So I'm going to cut him out. And I'm going to try to just, I'll leave a little bit of white around the edges. I'm not going to cut all up inside the arms right now. I'll let you take the time to do that. But I'll just kind of cut around. Oops. You'll notice when you cut through the 2 layers of paper where you glued, it's thicker. Just kind of cutting along the outside. If you don't want to cut him out, you can draw a little like winter scene behind him, or blue. You could draw like light blue, like to show maybe some snow. And maybe at the bottom part where you draw the horizon line, you can show some grass or bushes or something. But this makes him a little more like a decoration that we're cutting him out. Still, and like I said, if you want to cut inside the arms, you can, but for today's purposes, I'm just kind of going around the outside. Just cutting very close. You can cut a few of them, like, because usually Nutcracker soldiers, you know, there were a few, so you could draw a few of these and hang them together somewhere as a decoration. Just cut a little bit up here, but not too far. Just for the sake of time, I will stop here. Okay, look at that. Wow, we cut him out and all of a sudden he looks more professional. Okay, I am going to meet you back up at the easel. And I'm going to show you what he looks like. Okay, so let's see if I can pin him. I have a red push pin. Maybe at home you use tape or something. But there he is. This is a traditional style German Nutcracker doll. And originally, you know, they were made of wood, but we are drawing. That's why he's very simple. So I hope you learned something new about Nutcracker dolls today. And go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me. My email is there on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I think I said it wrong during the last video. But yes, so send me pictures of your artwork and I may feature them on a future episode. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. See you next time.